Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is a UFO which falls from the sky in Wisconsin. Let's see, also have this strange shape-shifting UFO that was filmed in Germany. This is a crop circle which was recently created. And I wanted to point out how this little object here was also seen on one of the Soho cams, and like a giant planet-sized ship that I think went around our sun or went close to our sun. Let's see. This is a interview of a Russian naval officer who's talking about all the UFOs they encountered underwater. You know, again, I keep saying that we're not alone on the planet. I mean, there's a reason why, right? We keep seeing these things coming in and out of our oceans, and, you know, our military and the Russian military keeps running into fleets of them underwater. Let's see, these are 12 scary images of Bigfoot caught on camera. Also have this article here about the Pentagon's UAP task force. Recently, an Israeli military officer revealed that the aliens, you know, don't want their information to be revealed, and there was a lot missed in all of that. But here's a little more on that. Also have this article about the secret political reach of the family, which is supposedly a group of Christian fundamentalists within the government who are basically withholding the UFO information. Let's see, this is our part of a document which talks about signals being received from the bottom of the ocean. And this is just something I found on my Facebook. Showing Earth's axis drift and how, you know, supposedly we are at a different point where, you know, we're supposed to be here, but we're actually here. And you know, I think this relates to something that I recently came across. You know, I remember, you know, when I was growing up, right, this is the way this waxing crescent moon looked. I remember, you know, as a kid, if I drew the moon, this is how I would draw it, right? With the points of the crescents here at 12 o'clock and at 6 o'clock. Well, if you look at the moon, okay, now, yeah, here's another thing. This moon was taken on, or this photo was taken on May 1st, 2013, right? This is a waxing crescent moon. But if you look at a recent photo of the waxing crescent moon, this is what it looks like. The points are down here. And, you know, there have been days when I've seen these points like all the way going halfway. And, you know, I've mentioned it to people, and people look at me like I'm crazy. I've also done a video about what's going on with the moon, and I've also done a video about there's a term called proselyne, which means the time before the moon. So supposedly, you know, there are some people who, or some stories that mention people who were here before the moon arrived. So anyways, let me just go to this first video here. Let me go full screen. Now, yeah, I can only play, you know, a little bit of this this video. You really need to go to this channel. But check this out.
Look at that here. See it? It's falling from the sky. Like it came out of space.
And then, you know, supposedly fighter jets and firefighters went to that area. But anyways, that's that. Let's go to this video here. Yeah, this is interesting. This is some kind of shape-shifting craft. Check this out here. Let me start it about here. And we can watch this thing do some crazy things. Look at that, it's getting longer and longer. So anyways, that does that. It's over a 7-minute video. Of course, I can't play it all, but the link will be in the description. Let's go to this. Okay, yeah, now this video here talks about this a recent crop circle which was discovered, and it somehow relates. Let's see. This is the crop circle, right? And then let's see. Then in one of the concentric circles, a mysterious object represented by a small circle with a cross on it, right? That's what this thing here is. Right now, I've also done a video about this, but watch this. This was a video that was taken from, I think, one of the Soho observatories, whatever. But I think this is one of the planets. I don't know what this is, but this is some kind of a giant planet-size spaceship. That was seen going across orbit. Now, yeah, NASA tried to claim that this was like the part of the inside of the camera. That some mechanism inside the camera was somehow doing this, which of course is a lie. Here, yeah, NASA stereo view. You can see a giant celestial body like a planet, and appears to have a force field. But anyways, I thought this was very interesting. That it's very similar to this crop circle, or what's represented here in this crop circle. But yeah, supposedly this this crop circle is making us aware of the arrival of some giant celestial body. But I definitely think something is coming up. I've talked about how at the end of summer, the military is holding this giant, huge military exercise. People who try to stay aware of covert actions, know that, like before 9/11 and before the London bombings, militaries had quote-unquote exercises that seemed to exactly match up to what actually happened. So yeah, I think something is definitely going to happen at the end of summer. But anyways, let's go to this video here. Well, yeah, now this video, it's all in Russian. Yeah, I don't want to play because you're not going to understand it. But basically, this guy talks about how the Russian Navy is constantly running into fleets of UFOs underwater, and they see them coming, out of the water or through the water, and then out of the water and going back in the water. So check that out. Let's see. Here's this. Yeah, this photo supposedly. I don't know about that photo, but this video here just shows all these different photos of Bigfoot, the skunk ape. Let's see, here's another one. You can see this thing here. Another photograph here. Yeah, this one, look at that. You can see the eyes, teeth here. But anyways, that's that video. Let's see, this is an interesting article. The Pentagon GOP Task Force, but this article here is about, in June 2020, the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence unveiled the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force at the Office of Naval Intelligence, a successor to the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. ATIP, this paper dives down the rabbit hole with Defense Department insiders, scientists, and declassified material to find answers to a host of questions. Are mystery craft near peer advisory platforms or exotic U.S. platforms? What is the technology behind them? What kind of threat do they pose? What are the geostrategic implications, and what are we not being told? I have two little kittens who are going at each other. So excuse that noise. But anyways, check out this article here. Yeah, again, you know what? We're not going to get anything from, our government. This whole, June 25th UFO report. It's going to be a dud. I've made a video about it. It's going to be a dud. There's no way they're going to tell us anything. I think, yeah, you can find more information on the internet, and just go through some of my old videos. You want disclosure? Yeah, here it is. We're not alone on the planet. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, this article here is about this secret political reach of the family. supposedly a group of Christian or very religious fundamentalists who are responsible for the whole UFO cover-up. So you may recognize these names from recent headlines. Senator John Ensign, Representative Bart Stupak, and Representative Joe Pitts. Stupak and Pitts have become familiar names through the media's healthcare overhaul coverage. Their abortion funding amendment introduced an 11th hour twist as the House of Representatives approached a vote on a landmark healthcare bill. Ensign was the focus of media attention over his affair with a campaign staffer. Just last night, a Nevada man disclosed that he found out about his wife's affair with the state junior whatever. The common factor among these political players is their involvement with the family, a secretive fellowship of powerful Christian politicians that centers on a Washington, D.C. townhouse. Investigative journalist Jeff Charlotte has written extensively about the influential group in his book, The Family, The Secret Fundamentalism at the Heart of American Power. Charlotte returns to Fresh Air to talk to host Terry Gross about Ensign, Stupak, and Pitts and about new developments concerning the family. Since 2003, Charlotte has been an associate research scholar, whatever. Anyways, but yeah, he talks about how, these people are basically, because of their religious beliefs, that they're holding up the whole UFO. Supposedly, again, I don't know for sure, but definitely check out this article or just listen to this interview. Let's see. I found this little clip here that talks about how our military sent out some signals and they actually got an answer here. He set up a mile-long antenna to prove his point. The antenna was laid along the continental shelf, which stretches out 100 miles from the east coast of the U.S. before dropping into the very deepest areas of the Atlantic. Far out to sea was an ONR research ship with instruments lowered close to the bottom to pick up the signals. Transmission of the signals got underway. What startled the men aboard the research ship was the reception of the signal, and then a repeat of the signal followed by a strange code, which the computers are still trying to break. What happened, according to a later naval report, was that the signals in the experiment were picked up and mimicked by something unknown, and then this something began transmitting its own signals on the same wavelength used by the Navy scientists. Something strange was definitely down there, the Navy report stated. Alert ONR scientists had even tracked the source of the alien signal and discovered that it appeared to emanate from one of the deepest areas of the Atlantic, a spot with depths measured at 29,000 feet, which is the Marianas Trench. And, I've done a video where Emery Smith talks about how our military has set up bases down there to monitor all of the UFO activity. Supposedly, they've run into aquatic humanoids down there. Supposedly, there's also a portal, a giant portal down there, which other alien crafts are seen coming in and out. And they don't know, where it goes. But anyways, check that out. Let's see. Let me go here. Well, yes, this is the last thing I want to talk about here. I found this here on my Facebook, and it talks about how the Earth's axis is drifting. It says June 1st, 2021 position. The Earth axis drift is the variation in Earth's tilt. The black arrow for June 1st, 2021 indicate that Earth's drift is almost 4 weeks further ahead in distance than either of the last 3 years' red, purple, and orange dots. 2 weeks ago, it appeared a little more than 2 weeks ahead of schedule. Now it appears 4 weeks ahead. It doubled in 2 weeks. That's intriguing, to say the least. Now, again, this is definitely something that's going way over my head, and I can't vouch for any of this guy's data, but what he's saying is that the Earth's wobble and the rotation around the sun is speeding up. Now, I've definitely noticed some strangeness going on with the moon, like I've talked about before. I remember as a kid growing up, anytime I drew the moon, I always drew a crescent moon like this, with the points, at 12 o'clock and at 6 o'clock, right? Now, this is a photo of the moon taken on May 1st, 2013. But if you take a photo of of this waxing crescent now. Look at where the points are. It's more like at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. And I've seen it even as far as 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Now, for the shadow on the moon to appear that different, that means that either the Earth or the sun is changing positions, because that's the only way that this shadow is going to be different, right? Because supposedly the moon is at the equator, or wherever the moon is at in relation to to Earth. I always thought it was the same, but I don't know. I mean, is this normal? I have no idea. I would definitely like someone to tell me in the comments. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.